If you're feeling bad about something in your life, or you would like some advice from someone and you've nobody to turn to, or alternatively, if you're the sort of person who likes to help other people, then I'm going to show you something, a piece of software that you might want to take a look at. You can see that I'm on the Steam platform, which is typically used for games. But I found a piece of software that I bought some time ago, and it's not a game. It's sort of like social media, but I can't quite call it social media either. It sort of sits in a category all on its own, and so I've got it filed under uncategorized here in my game library. So I'm going to launch it now, and I'm going to show you what this is like. It's called Kind Words. Okay, so this is how it begins. Along the bottom, I'm going to click Start. Now, I've used this before. Let me just turn the sound down a little bit. Yeah, I've used this before, so I'm getting a message. Someone sends their thanks for the letter you wrote, and I click the mouse. You got a new sticker. Edgy, a little shy, but still nice. So there's a kind of, it looks almost like something that children would play. And to some extent it is, but it's also the sort of app that adults can and should use. So the fact that I got a new sticker allows me to show you something about this before we move on to what it's really about. So hit back. So this is a little room, and this is me as a little character sitting at a writing desk. You can move things around. So while this is kind of a social media app, it's not stale like Facebook is. You know, it's not a stale interface. They've made it very, very dynamic. These paper airplanes that fly along, you can click on them, and they are messages that are posted publicly by people. Everyone had their own pace. There's no need to compare yourself to others. You're already something amazing. Let's see if I can catch another one. And these are things, I can send a message like that. It says, say nice things. So let's click this one. Hey, I love you for who you are, and I hope you love yourself too. You're amazing. It's not really my style to to say things like that, but I'll do one anyway. Say nice things. And okay, I'm gonna say something suitably esoteric that I that I normally do say. You've heard me use this phrase before. Let people chew on that. Okay. God is playing all the parts. Send. And send. Folding paper. Preparing for takeoff. Your good vibes are now flying through the air for everyone to catch. Okay, so that's part of the program. That will be a paper airplane that other people can intercept. It might even be that one. No. You are all amazing people for even being on this app. So anyway, that's just an aside to the main part of the program. What I want to do, because I'm in the mood to help some people, is I want to do view requests. Okay, and this will show me a list of messages that other people have posted that they really want a response to. The program is called Kind Words, so the idea is you're here to say a kind word of encouragement to people. So here we go, let's see what's on offer. Now, this can be variable. There are times I've used this and I've responded to maybe 5 or 6 different things, and I've felt that I've had something useful to say and I've felt good about it. But there are other times that I've clicked on it and it's just been one sort of whiny, self-serving message after another, you know, where you sort of just want to kick somebody up the backside and say, you know, just get a grip of yourself, you know, get out of your own head. Because I think a large part of people's problems is they're just darn selfish. And if they weren't so selfish, they mightn't actually feel so bad because they wouldn't be thinking so inwardly about themselves. But anyway, I'm digressing. Let's see what requests are on offer today. So it's completely anonymous. There's just the letter E to suggest who wrote this. And this is part of the sort of genius of how this is constructed. If I post a message like this, it's the letter Z for me because that's the initial I picked for my identity. So there's no way for me to find out who this is. or for them, if I choose to reply, there's no way for them to know who I am, and if I try to communicate information like my email address, that will be stripped off. This is not designed to promote relationships between people. You get a one-time attempt in a very small space to say something encouraging to somebody, and that's how it's supposed to work. So you're not here to be someone's therapist. That's very important. You're just here to try and encourage someone who's maybe having a bad day. So E says, recently I listened to a song named Own the Sky, made by M-Flow/Bella Blue. When the lyrics go, "'Cause I'm born to fly, tonight I feel," I instantly think of the kamikaze suicide attack in World War II. The irony of this satirical scene makes me fascinated. Okay, I don't know why someone would post that. I'm just going to click next. Like I say, the content is variable. Maybe the best end for me is to rot silently in a nowhere. All the kindness and love and salvation is for the rest of the world, for the people who's kind, who's merciful, who's in pain, in struggle, or in trouble. Not for me. I don't deserve it. Heavy stuff. I'm not sure what I would say to that. Off the top of my head, especially with the camera rolling like this, I don't know what I would say to that. It's okay to click next, because these messages, there's usually 10 or 15 of them at a go. They will cycle back around again and you get another chance to reply, so I'm going to let that one go. Anybody else distressed watching the skin on the back of their hands age? It bums me out. Yeah, that's interesting, because that's more in my sort of field, because I think about the existentialism of life, and yeah, I'm starting to get slightly mottled skin myself at age 49. So what am I going to say to that? Let me think for a moment. I may have to pause the video here, but I'm going to make a response. Okay, so here's what I've written. The question again was, anybody else distressed watching the skin on the back of their hands age? It bums me out. So I respond, I don't think we're taught to think in a healthy way about death here in the West. We have mainstream religion, which gets around the issue by inventing an afterlife. Or we have atheism, which makes everything meaningless. We have no understanding of the concept of samsara from Eastern spirituality, which is the flow of life, death and rebirth. There is a flow to life which involves making way for the lives to come. Essentially, we die to make room for our replacements. And there is beauty in that when we let go of ego. So that's maybe a bit heavy for what he was asking, but you know me. You know what I'm like, folks. This is the kind of thoughts that I have. So before I click send, you can click add a sticker, and this will introduce something else about the program. So click add a sticker, and there are several pages of stickers here, some of which I've completed, some of which I haven't. So I'll click this truck, and with luck he or she doesn't have the truck, and he'll get the truck sticker. So it's just a kind of a fun little add-on. It keeps things kind of juvenile, I suppose. So let's click send, and send. So here's my mail, dear. Off it goes. Thank you for taking time to think about a stranger. I'll rush this right over. So typically the next time I launch the program, I will get a sticker from that person if that person liked my response. I have no idea who that is, and he has no idea who I am, and we can't contact each other again. And if he posts another message, I will have no idea that it's him, because it's just a T. That's all I know, and that's how it works. So let's see the next one. It may sound dumb, but can a series or STH, I don't know what that is, can a series or STH similar trigger stress or anxiety, e.g. after watching a part of a series it feels like stress? Only happens if I hyper enjoy the story, characters. It is exhausting. I'm really emotional with important things and hypersensitive. Could this be the reason? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know what to say to that. Imagine missing your birthday party because you overslept. Lol. I want to KMS. I don't know what KMS means. I am such a fuddy-duddy. Okay. So here's someone trying to respond to somebody else, but they're kind of missing the point of the program. Hi, J. K, whoever you are, this person has no way of knowing whether J will even see this, whoever J was. I sent you an owl as thanks. You asked me if it was my fault. On my side, we both had faults because I got mad at her on her birthday, but her fault. Okay, I'm not even going to read this. Again, not using the program correctly. Hey T, again, it's another one trying to respond. Twinkle Twinkle UFO, there's so much I'll never know. Mermaids, Bigfoot, Ghostly Curse, sorting out the multiverse. But for now, I'll stay right here till the aliens appear. Write your own version now. Yeah, that's not really what I'm about. Thanks to everyone that has given me positive vibes on this platform. Hey there, life can be hard sometimes. It's okay to feel sad and it's okay to cry. Let those emotions out. Take a couple of extra hours in bed. Emotional health is important and so are you. Remember that everything is going to be okay. You got this. Keep fighting the good fight. I mean, that's fine. Somebody just wants to give encouragement. They're not really looking for help on anything, but the real point of this facility is really to ask for advice or encouragement. I don't know someone too well, but we get on well when we talk. Is it okay to tag them in cute animal pics on Facebook from time to time? Not all the time, of course, as I know she's busy with work and college. Yeah, sorry, that's just too superficial. I don't know how to feel RN. I was in a game with friends and they kept telling me to fight, but I normally always defend and it kept going, so I left not feeling well, and now no one asked if I could buy her a game. I had promised to buy her so they all could play that. I did buy it, by the way. Oh gosh, right. How do I find motivation again? I've lost interest in school, skipping classes and homework, and also in my job. My focus keeps going to my boyfriend, but it's not his fault. He supports me in everything. I've also just been lazy, sleeping a lot and not caring about much else. Okay, I'm going to say something to this. So my response is, the best motivation is survival. I'm in a situation where I have no family, so there's no support structure in my life. For the past decade, this has motivated me to stay employed, and save loads of money as a safety net. To help you get your motivation back, I would give you some strangely dark encouragement. Remember that life is unsafe and life owes you nothing. Anything can happen to you, good or bad. Whatever security you have in life can be taken away, so do everything you can to add to your security. So I don't know how they're going to take that, but I don't believe in just saying nice things that are untrue just for the sake of it, saying, oh, everything's going to be okay, don't worry about it. It's not who I am. I'm far too realistic a person for that. So let's send that one along. And send. I feel, why do I haven't met my true partner? Because of this, I cannot run away. I do not have any option to not contact him. Even I know he and I cannot be partner. I really want to told him that I have someone, so please don't do this to me. Oh gosh. I don't know if I'm going to respond to this, but this is a difficult one for me because so often messages about love and relationships are so self-orientated. People are so obsessed with getting love, and you very rarely read a message about giving love, and so again, if I were to respond to this person, I would be again just encouraging them to think about love in a more selfless fashion, not all about what you can get for yourself. Anyway, this is probably someone whose English doesn't look to be their first language. Anyway, we'll just move on. I feel very lonely even when I'm talking to people I know. I can't think of anything to add to a conversation, and when I do, it tends to fall flat. I feel too old for new friends and yet struggle to relate with the ones I've got. Ah well, thanks for listening. Yeah, I suppose if I put my mind to it, I could think of something to say there. But I'll let that one go for now. And it's okay to click next, even if you feel like you want to say something but you're not sure. It's okay to click next, because this person will get responses from other people on the Kind Words platform. You know, this goes out to all kinds of people. And I suppose there's also a danger too, and this is one of the things I'm kind of wary about, that this person could start to depend on Kind Words as a kind of emotional crutch for himself. You know, going on every day and posting messages of this kind just so you can get nice things said back to you and feel better about yourself, rather than dealing with the problem inside yourself that makes you feel that way. You know what I mean? So there is that danger. It's not all good. I think the creators of this have done something pretty amazing, but it's not necessarily all good. And that's not really their fault either. I would like to have a female friendship with whom to send some texts. Well, you're in the wrong place. Sorry, why? That's not what this is for. Me learning the 5 stages of give-up-itis and feeling hopeless in life. Challenge accepted. I will start withdrawing myself socially. Stage 1. What? Okay, I don't know what that's about. Do you ever feel passionated? I think she means passionate. For being the funniest guy in any forum. How do you feel? Suffer or joy? I mean, if you life with comedy and work with it, have you ever feel like dying? Gosh, you can see what I mean about this. The content you get here is kind of variable. Dear ex-drug narcotic user, your thought on rehab and the impact to your life, and how's life feel from when being a user and after you get away from using it? Okay, I can't respond to that because I've never been a drug user, but somebody will. Several people probably will, and it will be good. I have in the past used the send. Let's go. We've done enough for now. Let's go back and I'll show you. Let's say I wanted help with something in my life. You do make request, and you get a smaller space to write in, because you're not supposed to write big essays here. It's a fairly small space to write in, but the response space is about twice that. And there it's pre-signed me with the little Z, which is my handle here. So in the past I have filled this in, and I've wrote a couple of things that were deeply personal, stuff I wouldn't want to say to you, but I knew it was completely anonymous, so I felt safe doing that, and that's the genius of the program. And sure enough, within a few hours I had several responses, and to a large extent they were really good. So I'm not going to write anything here today. I've really not there's nothing really on my mind that I want to talk about. The thing that I've been dealing with recently is I have a shoulder injury, as some of you know, a pretty serious one, where I had a 3-part fracture, and I just got the news the other day that the arm has now healed. The shoulder joint is now healed to the extent that it's going to heal, and there's still restricted movement there, and I'm going to be lumbered with that for the rest of my life. But you know what? I'm okay with it. I could start talking about that on this platform, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not really on a downer. You know, if anything, I'm kind of relieved that they're not going to do more surgery on me, because that was always the potential. So yes, I'll have some restricted movement in my shoulder, but I can do all the things that I need to do in my life, and that's enough. But I realize that not everybody is like me. Somebody might need some encouragement for being in a situation like that. So that's how it works. And I'll head back. So that's how it works. There's not much else to it, except I'll show you some of the fun things about it. Let's click on another paper airplane. Let's get this bread. Okay, I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. But I can decorate, and that will bring up the current stickers that I have for the current room. There are previous rooms. If I go to, let's say, I've been on this platform for a while, so you can see I've got all the stickers for this particular room, and there's the frog sticker, gets you the frog, you see? So if I want to click on the frog, there he is. And originally he would not have been there because I wouldn't have had the frog sticker. So what you do is, when someone gives you a sticker, see the way there's no frog, you go to decorate, you click on the frog, and you do show, and you can make him move. So the younger ones will like this sort of thing. So it's a fully decorated room full of objects that I can click on. There's some down here. Oh yes, and there's always a stereo in the room. So I'll just turn it up. There are music tracks in the program, and you can cycle through them. Or you can just make your own playlist, so you can only it'll only play certain ones. But there's quite a few. Sort of easy listening type stuff. So I'll just turn that down again. So that's just a nice addition to the program. You can turn the music off, of course, if you want. So the sticker that I got today, let's go back into decorate and move over to the room. Every room's a little bit different, as you can see. What was the sticker I got today? Was it that one? I think it was. You can see I've already got the truck going. So that's the second sticker for this room. Let's click and show. Hello. So I've now got this little, is it a squirrel? Is that what it is? It's a little squirrel, I think, and you can move the room about. Yeah, it's kind of fun. So I'm resting at the moment, and when I start to do things, I think the character gets up and sits at the desk. So if I click view requests, no, he's still lying down. Okay, I think when you launch the program, he gets out of the bed and he sits at the desk. Let's take a look at it. Oh, there, that was one we read before, so it's going over the same batch that we had before. Like I said, if you forget one, you can always go back to it. Yeah. So that is Kind Words. It's available on other areas. He's working away now. It's on the Steam platform. So if you're a gamer with a PC, you'll be familiar with the Steam platform. If you're not, you can always install it on your PC. I bought it for like, I think it was like £1 or something to buy. Very cheap. That might have been on a sale, so I'm not sure what the typical price is, but I don't think it's very expensive. I don't think it's available for mobile phones, which strikes me as crazy because it's the perfect sort of app for mobile phones, and that's the primary means that young people today use to communicate with each other. I think the creators of this are really missing a vital market there. Much as you know, I'm on a bit of a downer about smartphones. I'm really only under a downer about that because of the way social media companies are harvesting your attention for their profit. It's not really the technology that's at fault, it's the way the technology is being used. So this is an example of a really, really good and positive use of that technology. So maybe you're interested in just spending a few minutes of your day helping other people. I just launch this randomly from time to time, and just like I did there now, I answer a few things. And it's just fun, and you feel good for trying to be helpful to people. And if you need help yourself, well, you can go on and ask strangers for encouragement and advice. So check it out, folks. I'll put a link to the either the Steam page or the website in the description below. Okay, folks, take care. The sky.